Okay, so day 2 at Sea Otter. We've put videos out already, of course, on GMBN, GMBN Tech and EMBN. It's time for a coffee and I'm going to check out some new trail and enduro bikes. Got the coffee from Santa Cruz, so let's check out their brand new Megatower. So big hitting 29ers are definitely everywhere at the show. So this is Santa Cruz's Megatower, 160mm travel front and rear. This is the top spec model, covered in that SRAM access, so it looks super clean. You can see hardly any cables on this bike. Got the reverb access as well. All carbon as you expect, 160mm front and rear. So the bike is spec'd with that super deluxe RockShox coil shocks. You know that's going to be super sensitive, big hitting shock. Up front you've got a fork, you've got the Fox 36, that 44 offset, so quite a low offset, really suits these big 29er bikes. Got some adjustment on this bike as well. It's got a 65-degree head angle with the flip chip in the high mode. Flip that over to low, slackens out by 0.3 of a degree, and it drops that BB by 3.5mm. Also on the rear, you've got these blocks, you can move the wheelbase. So 10mm either way, shortens or lengthens the chainstay and the wheelbase. So Hope Technology, the British brand, well known for making really high quality brakes, hubs, components. Been around for donkey's years, of course. Even when I was a kid, I used to get Hope brakes. But a couple of years ago, they launched their own bike. So the HB160 carbon fiber 160mm travel enduro bike, designed in the UK, made in the UK, and they've got this. Not released yet, it's coming out in July. It's the HB130, so 130mm travel now, 29er wheels, bang up to date with the geometry, although they're not quoting it just yet. We're waiting for July to get those numbers. Fit bottle cage, it's got a metric size shock, proper trail bike. Of course, trail bikes aren't all full suspension bikes. Over at the Surly stand, we've got this Karate Monkey, super versatile bike. The angles of this thing just look right, look how tight the back end is, almost curves around the back wheel. So steel frame, 4130, super versatile, ripped single track on this bike of course. Or if you want to go bike packing, you've got loads of space for mounting all the stuff you need. You've got those bolts on the seat stays for chucking on a pannier rack, whatever you need to go off for a big weekend out. You've also got horizontal dropout, so you can see at the moment this bike is set up single speed. You've got that mech hanger there, so you've got a versatile bike. It's got 29-inch wheels in at the moment, but you can run 27.5 plus as well. Over at Salsa, they've got some really nice looking bikes. This is the Rustler, so 130mm trail bike, so sort of progressive geometry on this. All the bikes here are over 40, so they've got 20mm more travel in the front, so 150 up front on this. Comes spec with 2.6 tyres, it can go 2.3 or up to 2.8, so pretty big voluminous tyres on this bike. Over to the Horsethief, really nice looking trail bike. So this is down to 120mm travel on the rear, 140 up front. So you've got the ability to run 2 bottle cages inside the frame, but also you've got that sort of carry anything strap on there. So great for your trail rider that doesn't necessarily want to carry a big backpack. You can strap pretty much everything to the bike. The Horsethief is available in carbon, as you see up here, but also alloy down here. This one is spec with Shimano SLX and it's cheap, it's $3,000. And here we have a wild Doddy Spotted from GMBN Tech, trying to find the geekiest thing to nerd out on. This is definitely a different looking bike. This is the Eminent Onset, so available in 120mm travel and 140, 29er bike. Couple of really cool features on this bike. You see it's a 4-bar linkage suspension design, but on the rear the axle actually is mounted right in there, and you've got this sort of floating brake caliper, which means that when you hit that brake it doesn't affect suspension. So clever design there. You've got like a brass bushing in there so that slides around. Also you've got this floating shock, so you see this yoke on the bottom of it. Also got a pivot there, so it takes out any lateral force on the shock to mean you basically don't get as much stiction inside that shock, keeps it nice and active. Also super long seat stays on this bike, make it super stiff on the back. Over at Pole Bikes now, the Finnish bike brand, super innovative designs. We actually saw Lee Johnson's bike, did the pro bike check and the Pacifico, but this is their brand new 120mm travel bike. So it's that CNC frame that is then bonded together. On the older bikes, you've actually got bolts to hold it together. This one hasn't at all. So you can see how it's CNC'd in 2 halves and stuck together basically. Crazy design, loads of stuff going on. On the other stamina, you've got that sort of asymmetric shock layout. This is different again. Got big bearings here to make everything stiffer on the back end. Really interesting to look at the finer details of this bike. Look what I found in the Conti truck. This is an Atherton Bikes trail bike. So the world's most successful downhill family launched their own bike company. well, not so long ago, with their downhill bikes, Dave Weigel designed suspension, and this is their one-off, at the moment, trail bike, and this is actually Rachel's bike. So again, it's got Dave Weigel designed linkage on there. It's got these 3D printed titanium lugs and the carbon tubes that go into that crazy joint in there. They're bonded in there. 27.5 wheels in this bike, 160mm travel, 65-degree head angle. It's got some pretty cool bits on it as well. So we've got these trick stuff, Maxima brakes. I've got these FSA gradient cranks, brand new. Now time for something completely different. This bike is called the Structure, and as you can tell, the fork is way different to anything else that I've seen. So you've got this link that drives just a normal DVO, what I'd call a rear shock, but that all happens down here. So it's 150mm travel front and rear, but actually they say the fork feels much more like a 180mm travel. So it moves all that force down here rather than up to the bar like a standard fork. It's pretty crazy, it's full carbon. I actually really like the way they've just left that carbon weave sort of nice and shiny and just put a clear coat over the top. It looks really cool. It's a full carbon fork on the front of this bike, and then you've got that link that is literally just driving the steering. Pretty crazy design. So it is quite a different sensation pushing down on the front of this bike, really buttery smooth. So the team that have designed this have come from an automotive and mechanical engineering background. One of the team actually helped design the first electric bike to win the Isle of Man TT, and this has come from automotive, this linkage design. And the main advantage of this is in compression, so when you hit a big hole or anything, this bike actually extends. With a standard fork, you push the fork in, the bike will actually compress. So completely different, and it's supposed to help with that confidence in those big holes. So there's some new trail and enduro bikes at Sea Otter, a lot of variety out there. Some crazy way of making bikes now, so bonding, gluing things together like the Athertons, the pole bike, CNC'd and then glued together, some more standard bikes, and of course that linkage is pretty crazy. So if you want to see yesterday's video where I look A to Z of Sea Otter, click over there, give us a thumbs up if you like these new bikes, and hit that subscribe button.